The Persnickety Witch of Fiddyment Creek by Gaye Pollinger, Chapter 17. Pearl arrived early Saturday morning with a huge coffee urn in her bicycle basket for us to take over to the general store. I heard her knock the kickstand down with her foot and climb the back stairs. I was taking a pan of oatmeal chocolate chip cookies out of the oven when she came in through the back door. Peanut butter cookies were on the counter waiting to be packed. "Hi, y'all. The pool will be done before you know it," Pearl said as she glanced at the backyard. "You could probably have a summer's end pool party if you wanted." "Yes, I bet I could, but I'll have to think about that tomorrow." "Right. What can I do?" Pearl asked as she poured a cup of tea. I think we're just about there. Pearl, maybe you could get the things out of the freezer and put them in the boxes." "Sure," she replied and opened the freezer door. "Wow, you've really been busy." "Well, I didn't want to run out. Ready? Let's go." As we finished last-minute preparations for the meeting that afternoon, I wandered around the counters and let my fingers drift over the old wood. We had polished everything to a brilliant sheen, and as I looked to the ceiling, I could almost hear voices from the past. I still needed to decide what I wanted to do with this charming old building. The sound of voices brought me back from my delightful daydream. It was the Morgans and Tessa. "Hello," I yelled from the back of the room. I think I must have sounded like an owl. "What do you think?" "Wow," Michael said. "The windows are clean. I mean, it really looks different with this kind of furniture in here." "I know, right? The windows have been my job," Tom said from behind the counter. "Gail," I asked, "I think it's perfect for today. When you know what you're going to do in here, I'll help you do it all, okay?" She grabbed a vase and cut flowers and began to arrange them. "Oh, I was hoping you would say that," I said. Michael handed me a sign he had carved. "What's this?" I asked. "Well, Gail told me the name you were thinking about, and if you've changed your mind, I'll make another." "Pearl's Gate," I read. "Well, I have changed my mind, but I want to have the children's reading corner, probably in the back, and call it Pearl's Gate, and have it look similar to the front yard or the porch of Pearl's cottage, surrounded by a white picket fence to set it apart." "I absolutely love the sign, Michael. Thank you." I touched my cheek to his. Kathy and Jameson didn't wait to be introduced to Tessa. They warmly accepted her into the family. Unafraid, Jameson chattered away and asked her questions about the accident and various surgeries. "I'm glad you're feeling better," Jameson said to Tessa. "You'll be better soon. Don't worry about it." And he patted her bandaged hand. Tess felt comfortable with the children and actually smiled. "Lucy McGuire? Is there a Lucy McGuire in here?" a voice in the doorway yelled. "Over here. Yeah, I'm here." "I have a delivery for you," the voice replied. He came in carrying a huge balloon bouquet and handed me an envelope. When I opened the envelope, it read, "Dear Lucy, I know you and Pearl will have an abundance of flowers around to beautify the store and make a point to the community. But sometimes you need something that puts a smile on your face. Know that I'm thinking of you and we'll see you soon. How's the week? Get my room ready. Armando will be coming with me. Best regards, Jefferson Easterbrook." Jameson's hands flew up to his chubby cheeks, and Kathy jumped up and down, and Pearl smiled and blushed. "Papa Jeff is coming! Papa Jeff is coming!" Jameson chirped over and over again. "And my grandpa," Tessa quietly reminded them. "Oh, it'll be good to see both of them," I said. "Now, Pearl, let's get this event ready." Michael, Gail, and Tom took the children home so Pearl and I could give our full attention to the presentation. We heard a tinkling of the bell as the first guest arrived, and the second, and then the next. Before we knew it, the general store was full of Fiddyment State store owners and merchants. We showed pictures and signage of other small towns such as Lake Forest, Wheaton, and Long Grove, and demonstrated different ways to make the customers feel welcome. We encouraged questions and conversation. We asked for their ideas. We began to sense that they were excited. We served dessert. We gave away plants and watering instructions and took orders for more plants. All in all, the event was a success. Now it was up to them to get the village of Fiddyment on the map. Meeting with the townspeople was exhilarating for me, but at the same time I was anxious to get home and visit with the Morgans. When Pearl and I walked in the door, Michael was telling Tessa that he was going to perform plastic surgery on her at the right time, and he explained more about it. Michael, I knew you were a physician, I said, but I didn't know you were a plastic surgeon. How appropriate for you to use your hands and fingers like that. You didn't know? Well, guess it never came up. Yeah, my ability to see the beauty in a piece of wood and whittling it to reality came in handy after all, he humbly replied. By Monday afternoon, we were aware that our suggestions to spruce up stores and shops inside and out had been effective. The hardware store sold paint and brushes. Merchants washed their storefront windows and displayed their wares and made their particular shop inviting so that passerbys would be drawn in. Brochures were distributed, sales were advertised, pots of flowers were placed to one side of the doorway or hung on an outdoor plant hook. Park benches were placed along the sidewalk. Wonderful aromas of baked bread and chocolate were carried on the breeze from the bakery. Plates of pies, cakes, cookies were placed in the window to entice shoppers. Scooper Dooper offered free tastes of ice cream. An ice cream table and accompanying chairs were placed out front. The dress shop had a sidewalk sale. Even the gas station had big pots of flour and coffee brewing for its customers. Fiddyment always had the basics, but now the facelift was successful. Now it was becoming charming. Our swimming pool was finished and filled with water that glistened in the sun. The children splashed and swam while I sat on a lounge chair and read or visited with Pearl or Penelope. And then Jeff arrived.